America's last penicillin plant closed in 2004, one of the many fascinating facts we're learning because of the rise of coronavirus. Today, almost all of our antibiotics come from China. Again, almost all of our antibiotics come from China. For medical supplies, that's the rule now, and coronavirus has exposed it. It's a dangerous vulnerability. Senator Josh Hawley represents Missouri. He's one of the few people who's been paying attention to this. He's introduced legislation he says may fix the problem. Senator Hawley joins us tonight. Senator, thanks so much for coming on. So if you would, just for our viewers who aren't grounded in this, and I'm including myself in this, give us a quick scope of the problem and how you think we should fix it.
Well, here's the scope of the problem, Tucker. We're looking at potential shortages in up to 150 commonly prescribed antibiotics and antiviral medications. That's bad. And the problem is that in whole or in part, these drugs are made in China. So what I think we need to do is give the FDA new authority to figure out what components are made in China. Is there going to be a shortfall? If there is, give them authority to fast track new devices, new pharmaceuticals to take the place.
This seems like such an obvious thing. Maybe it's, it's the wrong time to start pointing fingers, but like, why have we waited until now to address this?
I think this is one of those things that over the last couple of decades, as with so much else, we've watched so many jobs go to China. We've watched so many industries go to China. We've had all of our elites telling us, oh, there's no problem with this. It's all secure. It's all fine. Well, it's not secure. And the coronavirus is exposing that. Just as with our manufacturing base, so too with our medical supply chains. They're exposed when they're in China. That's why long-term, Tucker, we need to bring them home. And I hope legislation like this will be a first step.
Well, that's right. I mean, maybe it's time for a systematic top-to-bottom review of just how dependent we are on China and how vulnerable that makes us. I mean, I'm certain that antibiotics and face masks are not the only products we need that they have control over.
No, that's right. I mean, you think about in our tech sector, for instance, our technology, so much of our technology is made in China. Apple, makes practically every piece of the iPhone is made in China. So much of our data moves through China. But now in this present crisis, when it comes to medical devices, medical supplies, pharmaceuticals, all of those major supply chains in China. And again, we've been told for years, no problem, that's not going to be an issue. Well, now we know it's a big issue, and it's time to take affirmative steps to secure those supply chains and ultimately bring them back here.
Boy, I think all 100 senators ought to be doing this, but we're grateful that you are. Thank you very much. Good to see you tonight. Senator Josh Hawley.
Thank you.